Hello everybody, welcome to another one of my videos. I'm happy to be back. A convention season has started for the Jehovah's Witnesses, and look at the sun peeking through the trees like that. It's been so I always like to give updates about the weather around where I am. We've had quite a bit of on and off rain these past couple days, and I've had to go out a couple times over these past couple days, and unfortunately there was a couple times where I happened to be inside when we got heavy downpours and a bit of lightning. Too bad I can't count on that kind of luck every week, huh? And in other news, I got, I found a lump on my gum on the top, like the inside of my mouth here, like in between the gum and the cheeks, but like right at the top. And a coworker suggested it might just be a cyst because I've had zero pain. He's like, there's no swelling, like from that you can't tell anything's going on. So I went to see a dentist, and I've got and they did an x-ray, and it turns out it's an infection. It was a good news, bad news thing for me. The good news is, okay, no, I'll start with the bad news is, it is an infection, not a cyst they found from an x-ray. But the good news is it's on a tooth that has already had a root canal, the only one I've had so far. So I decided, I already told them I'm on antibiotics for a week, and then I go and get it extracted, because you know what, the tooth is dead anyways. And that's where I'll give you guys a bit of piece of advice. If you ever need a root canal, just save yourself the time and the money. Don't get a root canal, just get it extracted. Because a root canal basically means that that tooth is basically dead. They just want you to pay thousands of dollars to try to save it by doing a root canal and putting a crown on it. Oh, I'm surprised they haven't told me that that it got infected again because I didn't get a crown. The crowns to get after a root canal is thousands in the first place, and then 1,000 to 2,000 more to get crowns, so I never got a crown. I've already decided if I ever need a root canal again, I am not getting one. This will be the only root canal I ever get. From now on, it's extractions for me. So hopefully it'll never happen to one of my teeth again, though. So anyways, so I wanted to give my thoughts on this year's 2023 convention of the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Exercise Patients. So this is their first in-person convention since COVID, and since COVID has been declared a non-emergency public health issue, much to their chagrin around the world, the witnesses. And I've seen a few pictures from other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses on like YouTube, Facebook, and I have like I've mentioned before, I still have on Instagram, nobody on Facebook, but on Instagram I have a few members that I formerly knew who have not unfollowed me, so I could still see what they post. And I've seen a few of them posting at the convention, and I looked at them because I was looking for pictures which showed all the seats in the stadiums and arenas that they were in. So, and yes, it matched what all of you were saying. Not that I doubted it in the first place. A lot of empty seats. And so I know this past weekend, had I still been a Jehovah's Witness, this past weekend would have been the convention that I would have gone to. And, oh man, I'm glad I missed all that garbage. So I wanted to mention a couple of the videos. Now I haven't watched the whole thing, I haven't watched all of them in part myself, but I've watched some of you guys commenting on them in your videos. And so the first one of the videos about a father and the son. The son is trying to help out and be a friend for another JW friend who's having trouble with his home life. His parents fight a lot, and then the father is butthurt over losing his privileges a while back, and I guess he still hasn't gotten any of the privileges like back again, but in the meantime his son gets reappointed in the Kingdom Hall as a ministerial servant, I believe, and it's just boring. Yeah, it seems like they're just telling you, you know, like just be patient in general, you know, whatever bad happens, put up with it, you know. If you ever have serious hard questions you want to ask, just don't ask. Just put up with whatever we do to you, however we treat you, because we're God's people on earth. So yeah man, whatever, yeah man, God, whatever we do to you, just deal with it. And of course they're telling all these videos and talks, they're trying to tell their members to have a form of patience that's not real patience. It's more about obeying them and listening to them, the men of New York. That's equated with patience. But the one video that definitely stood out to me is, yeah, well, there's two. The first one is a new shunning video that was pulled after only a few conventions, but I'm glad, thank you some of you guys that were able to get a hold of that video through some of your videos. I've been able to see it, to view it myself, because I guess I'm not that overly savvy. I don't know if I would have been able to get a hold of it on my own. But that shunning video is of the sister who's ignoring her disfellowshipped mother's phone calls, and you know, and it's just about the same old bullshit, you know, just stay loyal to the organization, keep ignoring your mom, hopefully she'll come back. Oh my god. Yeah. So shunning and not showing them any kind of love and patience is supposed to get them to come crawling back? Yeah, I don't think so. You know, and it proves that they do. That video is just smack dab proof that they do practice the very strict shunning. And the thought must come up into your head, it does mine, what, like, you invite members of the public to these conventions and they're gonna see a video like that. Surely one might remember that you guys deny that you shun your members, and yet this video shows that clearly you do. So I think, you know, like their convention nowadays, like they're so paranoid of apostates crashing it possibly, and just they don't want the wrong people in there. Like the public is invited to these conventions with their invitation campaigns, and yet you could very well be denied entrance if you don't have a badge. Plus, the videos and all their talks are designed and geared towards active Jehovah's Witnesses. Like members of the public that come in who are not Jehovah's Witnesses to these conventions are surely, and have in the past, left just feeling confused and are very bored during the convention, well, like everybody else, because they don't fully understand what's going on. Like, what are they talking about? Like, some of the terms that they use. Like, some of the terms and phrases that they use, like, it just, oh man, it's just all stupid. And I had to comment on another video, the other video that really stood out to me. The one about, to me, that this one like outdoes the bunker video from a few years ago. It's the one where I believe it takes place in Africa. So in this one, Jehovah's Witnesses, I guess they get instructions that they have to leave their homes, like leave everything behind and start making this way to this special camp. So a lot of, like, take whatever you have, grab your go bags, you gotta go to this camp, don't turn around, don't look back, don't go back, you just have to go there. You know, some, like, one family takes their ailing grandfather who's sick, and most of them walk there, and they're being hunted too, of course, by, I'm just going to say militia, people that are trying to catch them. And I know the video, they managed to capture one of them, and you never see what happens to him. And another family, their children run away, manage to escape, but they can't even go back to try to, like, turn around and try to find them. Just let them try to make it there on their own. And, you know, so as usual, you know, some complain along the way to, you know, and beg to just turn around and go back, and to which one man does, and he goes home to find his house burnt.
Sorry. Come on.
Sorry. But most of them do make it to the camp. And, you know, and even when they get there, still like, how long are we going to be here? And, you know, it's just a message, you know, you got to, you know, trust in Jehovah. But, you know, it's just Watchtower just really trying to, they're more desperate to keep the members' fear mentality and fear mongering going, because COVID wasn't the end. COVID did not prove to be the end yet again, like a lot were hoping it would be. So now, yep, got to keep them scared. You know, keep your go bags ready, be ready to leave and flee at any time. Who cares about your homes and all these and all your possessions? Like, man, just sell everything you have and give it to us. And even though these financial times are getting harder and harder than ever, like living in this modern world, you know, not just throw it away, give it all to us, because we don't really care about you, we just care about your money. Well, if they were honest, that's what it would say. You know, so Watchtower has to keep pushing their bullshit, you know. The end is close, it's right around the corner, it's the last of the last of the last of the last days. You know, there's a quote I find that I think really proves true when it comes to Watchtower. The fastest way to dumb down a population is to scare them. And that's one of the Watchtower's biggest tactics, to keep their members scared and in fear. So, you know, Watchtower has to keep up the bullshit too of, you know, the only way to gain, the only way you're going to survive the end and make it through the end is to stay loyal to our organization, which is really a bunch of crap. You know, unfortunately, their skill at being deceptive and lying to members about the end of the world that never comes is unfortunately keeping some of them blind and mentally chained up to that organization. So I'm glad to conclude, I'm glad the seats are filling up less at these conventions. I think it's better that so many people avoid the garbage. I know their invitation campaigns are usually a waste of time. I believe I'd say over 99% of the public that gets invitations do not go. And I feel bad, and I'm maybe a little surprised that some of the hardcore members they're just so spiritually blinded that they keep swallowing the same pills that Watchtower has been shoving down their throats for many decades and years. It's just the same crap over and over and over again. Since 1975 and well before that even. They just love to keep their sheep blind and asleep. And promising and predicting an event that will never happen, at least not the way that they tell that it will happen. The real good news is that so many witnesses are more and more just waking up to it, and they got less money coming in. And their publications and videos are just getting more pathetic and more cringeworthy, definitely. The end will never come like the way they predict it will. But there is an end coming, and I think it will surprise even them, because I think the end will come for them. I think there's a better promise that the end will come for their organization. So that's all for this video, guys. Like and subscribe if you like my video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.